Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Explainer. Today we're going to jump right into a really interesting English idiom. It sounds super comfy, but get this, it's got a twist. Let's unpack the meaning of a bed of down.
And a huge welcome to the ModaK channel, your go-to place for making sense of language. Especially if you're an Indonesian speaker trying to get the hang of all the tricky parts of English, you are definitely in the right place.
All right, so I've got to ask, have you ever come across this phrase, a bed of down? It totally paints a picture in your head, right? But what's it actually mean when you hear someone say it in a conversation?
Okay, so what in the world is a bed of down? Let's break it down, starting with what it literally means.
So at its most basic level, a bed of down means, well, pretty much exactly what it sounds like. A situation of pure comfort and ease. You know, a life with zero problems. A scenario that is completely pleasant. And you can see that feeling captured perfectly in the Indonesian translation. A situation that's sangat nyaman. Just super comfortable.
And really, the magic of this idiom is all about the image it puts in your mind. Just imagine sleeping on a mattress stuffed with the softest, fluffiest feathers. It just screams luxury and total comfort, right? And that feeling is the key to its literal meaning.
Okay, but, and this is a big but, here comes the twist. Right when you think, okay, I got this, you find out how people actually use it in real life. And spoiler alert, it's not always so positive. So here's the absolute key, the main thing you need to remember. Most of the time, and I mean most of the time, you're going to hear this phrase used in a negative way. People use it to talk about what something isn't. It's a way to create contrast, to really show that a situation is, tough or full of challenges.
So let's look at this side by side, because it makes it super clear. On one side, you have the literal idea, right? A comfy, easy situation. But then, on the other side, you have the way it's actually used, to say that life is not always easy and pleasant. The real power of the phrase is right there in that gap between the two.
All right, let's look at some real examples. This is where the rubber really meets the road, especially when you're trying to switch between Indonesian and English.
Okay, so that first one, life is not a bed of down, that's the classic one we were just talking about. It's like a common piece of wisdom. The second one, don't expect everything to be a bed of down, that's more like a piece of advice, a warning, almost. And that last one? Oh, that's a perfect real-life example. You see, she thought marriage would be this perfect, easy thing, a bed of down. But boom, reality hit, and it was full of challenges. This really shows you how the idiom is used to talk about how our expectations don't always match reality.
All right, so let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway here? It's this. To really get a bed of down, you can't just know what it literally means. You have to understand how it's almost always used in that negative way, to say what life isn't.
And that gets me thinking. So I have a question for you all. As you've been learning English, what other idioms have just completely stumped you? You know, the ones that are just so tricky to translate or figure out. Let us know because, hey, your questions might just be the topic of our next explainer.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today on the ModaK channel. I really hope this little dive into a bed of down made things a bit clearer and maybe a little more comfortable. We'll catch you on the next.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.